What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am back officially on YouTube and on other platforms. I know I've been gone for a while, but I had to reassess some things. This video is basically just kind of recapping, I guess, what I've been doing in my spare time and basically, the reasoning for my hiatus. And, on top of that, I've been focusing on other parts of my life. But I do intend to, of course, dedicate some time to doing this and bringing back more weapons videos and being more proactive with my channel. And yeah, now that we got that out of the way, I want to wish everyone a happy Yuletide. For all of the Germanic and Nordic pagans out there. And of course, happy Kwanzaa to all of the African Americans and Africans across the diaspora that celebrate Kwanzaa. For those of you that have observed Kwanzaa, it's been Umoja already, Kujichagulia, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lost a little bit, so I don't remember exactly what comes after Kujichagulia. But in honor of Kujichagulia, I would like to say that I am going to officially dedicate an Instagram account to this YouTube account, and I'm also going to go ahead and rebrand my YouTube once more. This time, the reasoning for it is, so for those of you who don't know, Kujichagulia is all about self-determination and about basically naming yourself, having pride in taking ownership of yourself. So in honor of that, I'm going to rebrand everything so it matches up with my podcast that I haven't been on top of neither, but I intend to be as well as everything else. So we're going to rebrand everything for this type of content as I Run on Roots. I Run on Roots is going to be the name of this channel moving forward. In the future, I'll have other channels, especially a gaming channel I'm working on for in the future. And I know some people may think, oh, well, why would you make a gaming channel if you're all about outdoors and this and that? Well, growing up, gaming was always kind of part of my life that was another way for me to connect with my friends. I was raised in a military family, so traveled a lot, and that was how I maintained a lot of close friendships. And of course, I like competition, whether it's in real life or digitally. Of course, for all my hardcore bushcraft crowd and all of you, I understand why that would seem some sort of hypocrisy. Trust me, if tomorrow all electricity went out and I had to go into the forest and never play a video game again, I think I'd be all right. But yeah, it's all about balance. That's how I see it. I've grown to have a great appreciation for observing that exactly in my life, which is balance. And this is a part of it, coming back to doing content. And I've also learned I would say that the process of me coming back to do content is all about learning how to be myself throughout social media, and be the same person exactly how I am, talk exactly how I talk. I don't have to change anything to make content. So yeah, that was an important part of self-reflection that I had to go through before I came back to make content. And yeah, essentially right now I'm just out here on a nice stroll. I'm regretting not bringing some bags to come harvest some things. There's a few nice little areas. We got some wild radish? Yeah, there's a lot of wild radish out here, and a few other herbs and plants that are edible. It would be good to harvest. Lately, as I said, having a lot of self-reflection and things. Really, doing a lot of studying, doing a lot of learning, getting really tapped in with my roots, of course, and of course learning about just the world in general. I've been studying a lot more. I've been trying to learn more about the kinds of weapons that I'll probably display on this channel. And my channel is not just a weapons channel. I wanted to kind of clarify that as well. I want to also be able to talk about my spiritual experiences. I know I've made videos already like that, but I didn't really feel comfortable going into that, but too in depth. But now I feel like I'm at a place where I think I can do that. And it's totally fine if you disagree with my approach to things. That's what this is for. It's for a conversation. And, that's what it's about. It's about making community, making a place where we can all have these kind of conversations and, be open to each other's interpretation of things. But yeah, of course, I will address certain things that some people may have misinterpreted about me in future videos. But for this video, this is going to be kind of a spiritual reflection of recent events in my life over the course of this year. And yeah, just kind of reflecting on things. I just recently had my birthday on the 19th, and yeah, it was great. Had a lot of fun, but it made me reflect a lot. I'm now 25 years old, and I have a lot of things to reflect on about my life. And really, this year has been quite a journey within itself. Had a lot of changes. I went through a very low part of my life, very, very low. And, I kind of wanted to wait until I got to a good spot to dive into that. I think I'm getting close to where I want it to get, but despite that, we'll touch back with that later. I wanted to go in depth as to my spiritual experience this year and, how that affected my perception of life greatly. But nonetheless, in other good news, I have been officially hired to be a firefighter. And yes, I'll have to shave my awesome beard, which, by the way, I grow out my beard every winter. So I do certain things, as I'm kind of a syncretic pagan. I have multiple ancestries that I'm aware of. So, I try to kind of balance that out throughout the year by paying homage to each of them in respective ways. So, of course, every winter I grow out my beard in honor of my Germanic ancestors, more specifically the Teringi Visigoths of Spain. Now, I guess I might as well just say it. Obviously, I don't look like a European person. I don't think I ever will. It's just my facial features, my body structure is all predominantly, of my native and African DNA, and I'm very proud of that, of course. But, growing up, I had a lot of trouble accepting my European ancestry, and, in recent years, which is something I did a lot this year, of course, is I did a lot of research into European history and found a lot of things in common, across the board with my different ancestral groups. So, of course, I pay homage to them, like I said, by growing out my beard every winter. But now moving forward, I'm a firefighter. That might be a little bit more difficult because, as you know, I have to be shaven. I'll probably keep my mustache. That's probably what I'll do. Keep my mustache for the winter. And yeah, right now I'm out here on my favorite trail, and yeah, we're just out here in nature alone. All the animals are coming out. The sun's going down soon, but I wanted to come out here. This is what I do for celebration, by the way. This is what I do to celebrate achievements in life. This is what I do to celebrate great reflections in my life, is go out in nature, go out to, a area that is far away from everything else. I live in the city now, city boy, but in the future, hopefully that'll change, especially once I start getting that firefighter money as well as my current job money, because I plan on keeping both of them. But nonetheless, yeah, right now, given that I live in the city, I'm very glad that I can still drive somewhere that's out here far away from everything. It's very beautiful. I like how the sky looks right now. But yeah, there's kind of a nice area out here where you can overlook kind of the whole area. It's my favorite part of this trail. But yeah, so I guess to add to, my ancestral veneration and my spiritual practices here, this is the first year where I felt compelled to give offering, to acknowledge my ancestors in a deeper, meaningful way. And I must say, for myself and my own experience, it has paid off tremendously. And I'm very grateful. And I feel like I've been able to commune with my recent passing grandparents. And I know that, I can feel them when they're around, and that makes me it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing, in life, at least, in the grander scheme of things. And that has made me feel very relieved, very empowered to feel that sense of, I guess, connection to my grandparents that are no longer here. And of course, makes me want to strengthen the connection with my grandparents that are still here. So I've been making that effort as well. Something else I've had to realize in this year. And yeah, so I guess we can I tell you what, it's gonna be dark as hell getting out of here. Whew. So as I was saying, I'm incredibly grateful to my ancestors for guiding me the way that I've gone in my current path. And, my offerings have brought about a lot of fruitfulness in my life. I went from being broke, really broke, to being wealthy. I went from struggling with my mental health to having a really good grip of myself mentally, and just charging at all the challenges that I faced in my life. And I feel relief. I feel like I have found peace, in my practice, but also just, in a reflective sense of how the year has gone for me, as it started off very rough and then, kind of concluded in a very nice way. And of course, I don't necessarily believe it's the new year. I think new year is when spring happens, but, when new life actually begins. But, for the sake of this video and the sake of, the holidays and everything, we'll just say it's the new year. I believe that moving forward in my life, I will continue to, pay homage to my ancestors, be grateful for all that they have helped me with. Of course, grateful to the universe for all of this, for existence itself. And of course, to the gods, to the Orisha, for allowing us to feel everything that, is this world, allowing us to feel and hear, the thunder, the rain, all of these things, have contributed to such a wonderful existence here on this planet. I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, nonetheless, I just wanted to sum up and capitalize on the end of the year to come back to YouTube and say hello and let you guys know, I do intend on continuing making content and have a lot on the way. Also, it's expensive to buy weapons, guys. So I've been working on that as well. But I got that situated now. I actually have quite a few on the way. So be prepared for that. And of course, be prepared for a lot more things. Anyways, that pretty much sum up the video. I know I'm just kind of having conversation, but I wanted to at least upload one more video before the end of the year. And moving forward, I'll see you guys on my podcast and on my Instagram. That was my art Instagram. That will be for all my weapon content, art content, spiritual content, etc. So thank you guys for tapping in. Stay tapped into your roots. Keep studying yourself. Keep studying other people. Keep studying history. And I love you all for subscribing and for keeping my channel alive and hopefully helping it grow in the future. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.